to France. Ah yes, France. It is known as the city of romance or the city of lights. But who cares? I know it as the city with the deadliest looking water ever. So a while back in June, my family and I planned a trip to France, to see the landmarks, visit family, waltz around the country as a fun vacation. I was stoked because I was gonna eat to my heart's content. We made sure to go as soon as classes were done. Do keep in mind, I'm not like a rich influencer, so this trip is like nothing out of the ordinary. There's nothing aesthetic about this. This is just like kind of broke, I guess, on a budget. Okay, so we do have a small little issue. I was gonna wear a beret for this video, as like a little prop because France and all, la la la. But I didn't buy one because it looked kind of expensive and I was not in the mood to get that as an anxious spender. No way. And I had a plan B, which is to bring in a Costco baguette. But unfortunately, there was no Costco baguettes in my refrigerator. So we have a plan C, which is very similar. Don't worry, I got you, man, I got you. Hot dog burger. What? It looks like a baguette, right? Look. It's just a bit smaller. It's Paris. It's Paris, guys. It's France. So yeah, I'm gonna be carrying this like the whole video. Yeah. All right. Enough of that pre-trip stuff or whatever. Blah blah blah. Okay. Let's get to the real stuff. To the beginning of where it all started, aka the airport. We got to the airport at like lunchtime-ish and waited there for a few hours. Me and my sister were going on side quests to pass the time. We got on the plane at 6, I think, and we got the middle lane, which I guess was nice with how much space we had. This was my first flight in years, and let me tell you, speeding at the start made me terribly uncomfortable. This is probably why I'm not a roller coaster person. Anyways, on this 6-hour flight, we got some food, so it's time for food review! Okay, airplane food. We usually expect something bad, but holy moly. This surpassed my expectation because it was actually good? I was surprised myself. Solid 9 out of 10 to start the trip. -1 point since the bread was a bit hard. Then I slept. Well, not really. Yay! We are now about to descend to meet the French. By the time we got off the plane, it was like 7 a.m. But I was half asleep, so I couldn't really understand what was going on. We went to stay at some grandparents' house, and I also got the chance to go to a cookout while having the craziest jet lag of my life. Haha, fun time, right? For our first day in Paris, we were gonna get the big landmarks out of the way. For most of our trip, we were gonna be taking the metro system, and Lord, look how many freaking lines! But I digress. This was only the beginning of this underground nightmare. Luckily, we never went the wrong way during our time there, so that's fortunate. My aunt and my cousin, which I met the day before because of the cookout, were our tour guides for the day. Anyways, we had finally arrived to l'Arc de Triomphe, which appeared before our very eyes in all its glory. There was definitely a big crowd around the place, and my dad joined the other tourists in the middle of the street. It's very tall, and I had to bend my neck a bit to look at the very top. The structure was very pretty. After that, we had set out to the Eiffel Tower, but not without passing through the Champs-Élysées, a big shopping district for rich people. We got back in the metro and it was time. The moment, I guess, you've been waiting for. The Eiffel Tower! It had the Olympic rings for the occasion too. It was honestly just a tower, nothing too important. Definitely worth the sun melting me out of existence. Ha! Yeah, totally. We walked over to the Seine River, a bit closer to the tower to grab a drink and some food. Wait, food? That means food review! Okay, so we started off with a lemonade. It was sparkling. I hate sparkling! This is a scam! Next, we had baguettes with this chicken thing, which I forgot the name of. I like the spice, reminds me of how I make my chicken sandwiches. Lastly, we ended with a lemon sugar crepe. Underwhelming, both aesthetically and taste-wise. Please tell me this isn't the best crepe I got in France to make me feel better. After filling ourselves, we went into this guided boat ride to explore some other cool landmarks in Paris. And that's how the day ended. Okay, here we are for day 2. Today we were visiting 2 big malls, starting with Galeries Lafayette. It was huge and very tall. The architecture was very impressive. Of course, my parents were taking pics as always. Since my parents were waiting for my sister to buy something at a sandwich store, I went on my own side quest and explored around. There were many brands and they were expensive. So of course I walked away. We then set out to find the Opera of Paris and got a bit lost. But we stumbled upon a Chanel fashion show. Didn't realize it was the season. We found these models. If you know who they are, you can say I met them. I'm not too sure of their identity though. We also came to the place where most celebrities stay around. I think some fashion show with royal family and Aya Nakamura was also held here after we left, if I remember correctly. We finally found the way, and this was actually the Opera of Paris. We just had not realized it because it was under renovation. But you can't always be a winner, so... We then went back to Lafayette to grab some food. And you know what that means. Food review! First, cream pasta. It was pretty good, a bit heavy with the cream, but it was very filling. The guy working there also recognized the fact that I was Canadian and was super nice about it. The chocolate cake was also good. I don't remember the taste of it though, so... For the millefeuille, I was so excited. It looked amazing. And it was amazing. But one thing ruined the whole experience. The pastry parts were dry. There was so much potential, but sadly one aspect ruined the whole thing. After some more walking, we ended up visiting a bit of Printemps, the second big mall franchise around. Alright, now for our third day, we are visiting the Louvre! We passed through a passageway to get to the underground level. Then, we reached the entrance and registered ourselves inside. Then, our visit finally began. Okay, so when you think of France and the Louvre, you legit think of a single thing. I'll give you 5 seconds to think. No, it's not the Vinci Voros twins. It's the Mona Lisa. And we have entered the room to see it. On the way there was a lot of beautiful paintings. But then, there she was. The damn Mona Lisa in all her glory. Now listen. Getting to the front was like not the greatest experience. We were out here like the fan sites at the airport just trying to take a single picture. Is it what it feels like? To be in the pit in a concert? Maybe barricades is not a great idea. Moving on, we looked at some more stuff with cool structure and some nice art. We ventured to a section that displayed items from the King Louis XIV. To fill our bellies, we stopped at this balcony cafe for a quick snack. So, food review! The drink I had was sparkling, so ew. And the sandwich was mid as hell. So this is the review for the meal in general. We continued looking at other stuff and I found these grippers. And then more art. We walked around outside and then retreated for the day. We took a day off because today was Castle Day! Yes, I was gonna visit the Castle of Versailles. or Le Château de Versailles in good old French. You know, I always wondered what my role would be in the medieval AU. A knight is cool, but I have no athletic ability in me. Or maybe a duchess, but that's like kinda boring. But who are we kidding? I'm obviously the jester making a fool out of myself. Okay, enough yapping about self-insert OCs because we are here! The sun was attacking me once again, so suffering was not escapable. On the inside, there were mainly paintings and decor from the royal family. There were structures too, and horse! Definitely some pretty nice sights. We got to see Marie Antoinette's room as well. Royal court girls who are into flower nose, y'all would love this. My mom was just there for the Palais des Glaces, which is a ballroom where they held grand events back in the day. I was honestly not expecting a long hallway type of situation, but the chandeliers were cool. We looked around some more and it was about time we appreciated the outside of this place. The garden was huge. A lot of patterns and statues. There were big fountains which my mom was hyping up, but unfortunately for us they said, not today. To feel extra fancy, they played some classical music for our royal selves. We walked down and there was this big lane where the boats arrived and we went back up because choo-choo! We were gonna take a train around to do a little lightning round of viewing. Today's goal, as my mom called it, was make our wishes come true. So my wish while being in France was obviously to visit the bakery from Miraculous Ladybug. As soon as I saw the bakery, the inner child within me who had a miraculous hyperfixation felt accomplished. I can finally say I met Marinette and we are now besties. I waved goodbye to Marinette and my family and I stopped at a nearby cafe for, you guessed it, food review! Okay, so this is everything we ordered at the bakery. A chocolate hazelnut tart, a lemon tart, and a cream puff along with croissants. For the lemon tart, a bit sour and tangy, crust was hard but it was good, so... I also tasted the hazelnut tart which was actually better than what I picked, so... We also ordered drinks. I got this blood orange lemonade, I think. Sparkling again? I don't know how I keep falling for sparkling lemonade, but it's getting annoying, guys. But I tasted this orange juice and oh my god. It was so good! I don't know what kind of things they put in it, but I'll take another cup. No, 12. Then cream puff. First cream puff of my life and it was definitely met my expectations. Not a perfect 10 because I can't remember the taste of it while I'm voicing over this. Anyways, after that we went back to Le Champs-Élysées to buy some souvenirs. For me, I went back to the Miniso I found and bought this really cute cinnamon roll keychain. If you can tell by my shirt earlier in this video, he's my favorite Sanrio mascot. Okay, but in the same day we have another food review! Like what? I have no videos, but I have photos. This was fire. 10 out of 10 drink. Pizza was very yummy. I don't remember what we got as the flavor. And tiramisu was pretty good, even if I don't remember the taste, so I'll be nice and say 8 out of 10 too. Anyways, next day, it was time to dip because I'm tired of this place and I wanted to go home. Patao, or I guess Grandpa for you non-Lao people, took us to the airport and we then got on the airplane and left. Psych! Girl, we didn't even get started yet. We were gonna go somewhere else in France on our next week. A bit more tropical, let's say. Anyways, thank you for sticking along and I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, make sure to come back because I'm not done. Oh, and would you look at the time? The French mice I held hostage in my basement need their daily feeding, so I must go. So I'll see you later, alright? Have a good one and stay safe. Bye!